Let me tell you about the life I live, right? Better known as the baller life. It's not. I'm all about my baller status, just doing it big on a daily basis, like cruising in my car, chilling at the bar.
What's up, YouTube? It's James from Ballin' on a Budget, back with the Hyundai Santa Fe. It's a 05 GLS 3.5 liter engine. So when I first got this car, I don't know if I was like hella excited or something, but I didn't realize that when I was test driving it, that the RPMs were not running at all. Like it wasn't reading, it was zero. Nothing. Another thing that was going on with it was that there was misfires. It would also stall if you weren't feeding gas to it. And then also it would kind of hesitate when you press on the gas. So it would take about maybe you'd press down and it would take maybe a second or two to actually register that you're actually hitting on the actual accelerator. So one thing that tremendously helped me figure out and narrow down what was going on with the car was that there was a check engine light. I just had a portable Bluetooth OBD2, put that in, ran it through an app on my phone, and I'm going to show you what codes actually showed up. So after running the OBD2 code scanner, it showed multiple misfires, it showed an ignition failure sensor, and those four things were the things that were actually causing the issues in the car. So this should be a simple fix, just take out some bolts, replace the part. Ignition failure sensor, I know for a fact it's on Hyundai Santa Fe's. Coil packs are on such cars as like Chevys, Saturns, Hyundais, for example. So today I'm going to be changing out the ignition failure sensor and also the 3 coil packs. Back with the code for the ignition failure sensor, we're looking at this right here. We're looking to change that. It is a 10 millimeter. I'm going to go ahead and loosen that up. And then for the other one, now that I broke it loose, I'm just going to untwist it with my fingers. There we go. Looks to be a wire clip. So in order to get that clip off, I managed to pry in between on the side and pop the clip up. So I'm just going to be able to pull it right off. Now here's the ignition failure sensor here. Okay, before I put the ignition failure sensor on, I'm going to go ahead and clean those contact points, because on the back, as you can tell, it must need grounded with all that metal there. Go ahead and scrub it down, make it look clean. Okay, I'm going to reconnect it to the wire housing. There we are. Pop our wire clip back on there. Lock it into place, and then we'll put it right back on the way we found it. With our 10 millimeter bolts. Now I don't want to over tighten it, but I'm getting it to where it's tight. Okay, looks like it's on there good. Now I'm moving on to changing these 3 coil packs, 1, 2, and 3. All 3 of these supply all 6 spark plugs. So these are all 10 millimeter bolts. Forgot to mention before I got started, I unhooked the negative terminal of the battery. I'm going to unloosen that bracket that holds the wires in. There's one bolt. And then the other. So each one is fastened down by 2 bolts. Go ahead and unclip this wire. And then this side pops right off. It's been on there for a while. There we are. There's one. It's in a super tight spot. Let's get the other one. Bolt number 2 out. Pull off the wire plug. Now, pop off this wire. There's that. There's 2. And then our final. Now, if it was a little more confusing, like in terms of the wiring, I would mark that. But I can see that the furthest is 1, the second is second one, and then obviously this third one's going to be farther back too. So we'll just hook them right back up the way that they were. Okay, and then the last bolt. Disconnect the wire. Pull the final one out. And then give this a little twist. Pop off the final. There's the last coil pack. And I've got 3 brand new coil packs. So this packet actually came with some dielectric grease. Take my glove off, so we're gonna get a little bit. Put at the bottom of the boot. We're gonna press the new one in. Before we fasten them in place, I want to connect my wires. There we go, that one's on tight. Then we got number 1 clicked into place. There we go. Let's get our second one prepared. Hook on my wires. Okay, now that we got the wires in place, on secure, we're going to fasten it down loosely. There we go, and we're going to prep our third and final one. Just put a little bit of dielectric grease on that bottom part. Wipe away the excess. So we just have a little bit in there. Put it in its place. Fasten the clip. Connect our third and final spark plug wire. We're going to lightly tighten that in place again for our third and final coil pack. I don't want to over tighten them. Just where it's snug. Our second one. On our final coil pack, we're tightening it in. Last and final bolt. we go. Let's go ahead and reattach our negative battery. All right, with all that work done, let's go ahead and start the car, see how it runs, and then see if there's an engine light still on the dash. Let's check it out. Starting up the car. RPMs are running beautifully. We're sitting at, 1.5 RPMs. No check engine light, as you can see. I mean, I can only imagine it's gonna drive tremendously better. So I won't bore you with driving around. All right, guys, once again, I wanna thank you for tuning in to Ballin' on a Budget Auto. This is James, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it was helpful. I hope this video was helpful. If so, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing so you can see more content from Ballin' on a Budget Auto.